remember the first time I hit the go live button on my Facebook. I remember I was just sitting there and I was so excited and I was like literally up super close on the video. I think you could see up my nose and see a booger and I was like, whoa, I'm live. I go back and I watch that video and I am so embarrassed. But when I think about the moment of actually right before I went live, I was so nervous. My hands were sweating, my stomach felt like it was in complete knots. But I kept hearing that video marketing was the way to go to build my business online. And I tell you to this day, even before I do a video for my blog or I go live on Facebook or I'm doing an IGTV, anything that I do, I always get super nervous. I still to this day, making 7 figures, I get nervous even before I get on stage. So I want you to know right now that you're never gonna feel 1000% confident when it comes to going on video. However, there are some tips and tricks that I want to share with you on how you can create more confidence and really get over this gotta be perfect mentality. Look, I'm here showing up in a mom bun, like literally with my little hairs here because this is just real life here. I didn't have time to do my hair, but I have videos that I had to get done. I want you to imperfectly be able to show up healer as you and know that that's okay. And if you make mistakes, it's not the end of the world. But here's the deal. Video marketing is an absolute must, especially right now on social media. People are scrolling and looking for value, looking for education, and looking for opportunity. And you have that for them. If you're brand new and this is the first time that you're coming to my blog, whoop! Hello! My name is Marina Simone. I teach busy moms how to slay online sales and identify their brand, their mission, and the impact they want to make on social media while going from the cubicle to the throne. I built a 7-figure empire, all online, all from my home, sometimes not wearing pants, hashtag mom life, who cares, right? We have a community of healers inside of the Moms Who Slay Facebook group. You can see the link below. You can feel free to join. It's completely free where we share online tips and tricks all the time on how you can grow your network marketing business or build your brand. So I want to introduce you to a client of mine, Sue Henry. I freaking love her. She's so incredible. And she has actually spoken on stages all around the world. And as we were creating her brand and creating her digital product and helping her with her coaching, I said, you know what? You have this confidence that just comes out whenever you're doing videos. And you have this presence when you're on stage. And it's all about the posture, the presence, and the plan on social media. I asked her if she was open to sharing with you ways that you can get more confident on camera, feel more prepared, and also not leave behind this opportunity of video marketing because you're scared. I want you to again know you can imperfectly show up just as you. So grab your pen and paper. It's time to take notes. You're gonna freaking love this. I just know it.
I am really excited to share this with you. But first of all, I want to say, hey, what's up, everybody? How are you? Another exciting adventure and day to be alive, right? I mean, it beats the alternative every single time, right? Right? Are you with me here? I love life. I love adventure. And you know, one of the most incredible things that we get to do, and the internet has been huge in this because I remember life before the internet, is that that we can learn so much. And so every time you learn something, it's like this adrenaline rush, which keeps us excited, which keeps us so involved and committed. And I'm just so excited to be here. I would like to kind of start off with, if you're on this live right now, or if you're listening, just by a show of hands, are you afraid of getting in front of the camera? Do you have that, you do it with dread, kind of like you're going to the gallows or something, but you know you're supposed to do it, so maybe you do it anyway, and then you look at it and you cringe and you don't even want to see it, or maybe you just don't do it at all. Now, I'm going to be really honest with you right up front. I have spoken gobs and gobs of times to thousands of people, and I don't like Facebook Lives very much, but and when I do them on my own, unless it's pre-scheduled, etc. And you know why? It's because I always am disappointed in how I look. But when you can talk to somebody and there's somebody out there, even if it's one or two or three people, it's so dang exciting. It's so dang exciting. So let's go ahead and get started. What I want to do today is we are going to spend a little bit of time talking about how you can speak with confidence on camera. And it's easier than you think. You're probably overthinking it. And I'm hoping that the 5 tips I'm going to share with you are going to just wow you and get you excited so that you go, what the heck? I'm doing it. And you're going to crush it because I know that's who you are. So, first of all, I want to thank Marina. You know, I've been in this challenge before and I messed up because I didn't follow up. But Marina is absolutely amazing. And as a member of her elite academy, I mean, I've been around the block a few times for what, 15 years, and I belong to a lot of groups and things like that. And I have not met anyone yet. Marina is just heads and shoulders above any of the other people as far as the weekly content she delivers. And it's not just a rehash of other stuff. It's what's cutting, it's what's really working in her business right now. So I just want to acknowledge her, thank her for giving me the opportunity to be on this challenge. I think, let me know if you agree, we need a new hashtag for Marina, and it should be hashtag do what Marina says, because when we do, our businesses, our lives, and our bank accounts change. So are you ready to get started? Okay, so I've got some people in here. Thank you so much. I am so excited. So the, the 5 tips I'm going to give you are, they might sound like something that you maybe have heard before, but I want you, instead of just hearing with your ears, I want you to listen with your heart, because I think that's when it will really resonate. So in order to become confident in front of the camera, tip number 1 is become the attractive character. Think for a minute about a time in your life when you knew you were it. You were on fire, and it doesn't make any difference if it was business, if it was back in high school and you had just won a game, because you hit the final shot, whatever it is. Remember that moment, how that felt, how you stood, how the joy and the excitement that radiated from you. What did your eyes look like? They were probably alive with energy and laughter. And what was your face look? You were smiling, you were happy, right? You were in the moment, and it was awesome. That's who I want you to remember, or that's who I want you to become in front of the camera. And you've heard of actors and actresses that when they get a part, for the time that they're filming this, they become that person during that entire part, or during that entire shoot. They don't, go and punch the clock and they become that person, then they punch out, and then they go back to who they are or something like that. They really embody who that character is, and that's what I want you to do. So if you're going to become the attractive character like I suggest you do, what I did in the very beginning is I wrote out that moment in time when I knew that I crushed it and I had the world at my fingertips, and I could probably crush that too. Okay. And so I want you to write that down so that every time before you get in front of a camera, you read through that and you feel that excitement, you feel that energy, and that confidence comes from within, and then it soars to without. Okay. Because you don't get confidence on the outside, you have to have it in the inside in order to bring it out. Okay. So so that's tip number 1, is you want to become the attractive character. Now tip number 2 is regarding the content you're delivering, and this is going to sound like a pain in the derriere, but until you become really comfortable with what you're doing, I promise you this will make a huge difference. So what I want you to do is, when you know you're going to go live, instead of just hopping on, oh, I just thought I'd go live today. I mean, people go, well, okay, it's just, what value is this? Remember, why do people come on Facebook? They come on Facebook because they want to be entertained, but they're also looking for content. And so by doing what I tell you, you can maximize this and bring edutainment in its best form through your lives and your appearances in front of the camera. So what I want you to do, first of all, is write out your talk in its entirety, and then take the bullet points and write that off on a form, or on an index card, or whatever it is that works for you. Then before you do your live, before you push that on button on your camera, I want you to read that talk out loud 10 times in its entirety. 10 times. There is a magic to when you do it 10 times out loud, not in your head, because then when you get on and you've got your bullet list, because you're not going to be reading, but when you've got your bullet list, guess what? You've just practiced that 10 times before you went on. So a lot of the glitches or the stumbles are gone, and you've got this, and it's going to flow much better. When it flows better, you're going to have more people who are jumping on. Your personality is going to be shining because you're not just stuck in trying to read a script or remember what you're supposed to say, or in and pausing and all those other things. It will make a world of difference for your business. So I promise you, if you will do that tip, if you will write out your talk, practice it 10 times out loud, that's the key, 10 times out loud before you get in front of the camera, it will make a huge difference. Now, after you've done this a few times, you're going to feel more comfortable, and you're not going to have to go through that step unless you're delivering brand new content that you haven't delivered before. But it's a really big tip that will make a huge difference in your business and how you come across. What did I do here? Okay, so the tip, what did I do here? So tip number 3 is, if you're doing non-live videos, there's teleprompters that you can get. Most of them are apps, so you have to use your iPhone or something like that. Now, I have a teleprompter service that I use, and I don't know if it's because I'm old or because my iPhone is just really small, but I cannot see it on my iPhone. So what I do is I've got my iPad, and then I have it on there. So if you play with some of the different services, you can determine how fast or how slow you want the scroll. The big thing is that you don't want to get cut off at the end. So on the teleprompters I've tried, and the one I have, after you say your last words, then you have to scroll down quite a bit for several seconds and put another word, so it looks like the script's not done. Otherwise, these teleprompters have the ability to cut you off a little bit earlier than you want, and that's not going to do anything to restore your confidence or make you feel like you are crushing it. Teleprompters, when you're doing, so if you're doing trainings on your site, if you're doing things that are non-live, a teleprompter can really help you stay on point. But I still suggest that you run through it a couple of times first, so you can see how fast the scroll is going, because you may need to adjust that based on what you're saying and how you're saying it. Pauses in between. Some of them will actually pause when you pause, but not all of them. So again, look into it, because that can make a big difference. Now, those do not work when you are live. So if you're doing a live video on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on any of the other platforms you can do it, then that's not an option. You'll want to make sure you write it out and you read it the 10 times first before you deliver it. Tip number four. This is one that has really made a big difference for my clients. Okay, so what I would suggest is that it's a lot easier talking to an actual person than it is just talking to a camera screen or to a little dot or whatever you call it on that. Camera lens, I guess, is the technical term for it. And so it's hard, because when we talk, we're used to engaging with people. We're used to seeing their emotions, their eyes, their hand gestures, the voice inflections, all of those different types of things. And so what I always suggest is you find a picture of somebody you think may be your ideal client. And then you print it out, and I like to print it out in color. And then I print it out big enough so that I can have it, so that I can put, or I don't have to do this anymore, but where you can put a little circle in between your eyes. That way you can put that right on your camera or on your phone camera, whichever one you're using, and you can look right at the person's eyes when you're talking. Oftentimes, you want to grab a picture of someone who is obviously your ideal prospect, someone who looks engaged, so they want to be looking at you so that you're looking at them, and somebody who's smiling, so they look like they're receptive. But no one else is going to see this. Only you are, but it will make a huge difference in helping you feel good about it. So you want to cut that circle right between the eyes, so that you're looking at the eyes, but as you're looking that person in the eyes, you're actually looking at the camera. And then you'll want to hold it up to make sure that the hole is big enough so that you're not blocking part of the camera. Okay, how's that? And then tip number five, and this is an easy one to forget, but it's something that's so critical. and it's have fun. Let your personality show. It's not going to be perfect, and that's okay. Who wants perfect? I mean, seriously. Do you want to go hang out with somebody who really has it all together? Do you want to hang out with somebody who's you're going out to an Italian restaurant to eat all you can, all the spaghetti? Somebody wears white and they don't even get any red spaghetti, splatters on them. I don't. Um, so you want to make sure that you have fun. So let me give you a couple of examples of some of the things that have happened that have been. So we're organic dairy farmers, and so when I'm really in my element when I'm out. So when I'm doing videos and lives, and I'm talking about how we're baling the hay, or I'm cutting the hay, or the eagles and the deer that are out there, or when we're wrapping the hay, whatever it is, and then I bring a business spin on it, I get tons and tons of views. When I have to go out and help pull a calf, fortunately, that doesn't happen very often. I'll take a picture of the cute little calf and the mama licking the calf. There's something so sweet and lovely about that. Or when my very first live video, you guys are going to laugh, but my very first live video, I was outside because it was a beautiful day. And because I talk about the farm quite a bit, I had my camera angled so that the cattle were behind me and out in the pasture, and I'm chalking away and stuff. And I go into the house and I go to watch the live, and there is a bull being rather romantic with one of the cows, if you catch my drift. And I was mortified. I was mortified. And even though my message was really, really good, I thought, oh my gosh, I can't put that on there. And I deleted it. And I have always regretted that, because that baby would have gone viral. And it was just something by accident. One of the other ones that went, that really got a lot of views, was I was talking and there was a picture behind me. All of a sudden the picture fell off the wall. And it's like, and I just kept on going because I had practiced and I knew what I was doing. And so, but things are going to happen. Kids are going to come up to you and interrupt you. You're going to have, your picture's something's going to fall on the floor, and you're going to have to, remove yourself to go get it. Life happens, and it's okay, because that's the beauty of live video, is they get to see us in all of our imperfections, and it doesn't distract from the message we have. It only adds the human element to the message that we have. So I hope that makes sense, because it's so easy to get caught up in our own insecurities and in our own issues, but those are the very things that attract us to other people. So remember, this isn't about you. It's all about them. So when we have a talk that we have practiced, when we're focused more on the content that we're delivering, rather than if we're having a good hair day, or in my case, sometimes I forget to put my teeth in. Yes, I have some dentures, and I forget to put my teeth in, and it's really embarrassing. How's that for being real with you? But it's one of those things, and you just kind of roll with the punches and go on with life. But you're here, and that tells me that you're really interested in your business, that you have a desire in your heart to really impact lives in a bigger and a bolder way. And live videos where people get to see you as they listen to your content, they get to know you, and they get to believe in you. And because of your belief in them, they start to believe in themselves. Oh, my friends, how powerful is that? I want to leave you with one last thought, okay? You see, there are 3 pure colors. Look what Michelangelo created with them. There are 10 mathematical digits. And look what Einstein discovered, and we have as a result. There are 7 musical notes. And look what Mozart, Beethoven, Chopin, Elvis created with it. You, my friend, are just as valuable as any of those things. And with these tips, you can go out into the world and share your message and impact more lives than you ever dreamed possible. The only question is what legacy are you willing to leave? And are you stepping up to accept the calling? So thank you so much. I'll go back and look at your messages, your comments. If you have any questions, please come back and leave them. And again, thank you, Marina, for letting me be here. I really appreciate getting to share some knowledge with everyone. And all of you, just make it an awesome, awesome day.
Did that just blow your mind? Was that super helpful? Because I got to tell you, when Stu did that training for the healers, I was absolutely blown away. And I learned some tips and tricks there. I love the teleprompter app. That was something that I absolutely loved, because sometimes I feel like, I was just trying to do things on the go or write it down, and I'm looking over here and looking over there. And the teleprompter was just a great way to kind of add more confidence for me. So hopefully that's super helpful for you as well. If you're looking to recruit more from your live video, looking to recruit more from Facebook, I've got this incredible free webinar, How to Recruit from Facebook. It's called The Art of Recruiting. It's a workshop. Would love for you to check it out. If you're looking to recruit more into your network marketing business, the link will be below, and make sure you get yourself into the free Facebook group. Can't wait to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe and turn the notification bells on, so anytime we have a training or free training that goes up on the YouTube channel, you get notified. So I'm excited for you. Let me know in the comments below what you found the most helpful. Bye.